Okay, folks. So, man, oh man, All the Queen's Men. I don't review it, but I will chime in whenever big news happens because people want to get my, thoughts and input on it. But Christian Keys recently released about a 3-minute video online. I'm wary to share it because, long story short, if you're newer to the channel or it's like, Jeremy, you review all these Tyler Perry shows, sometimes even the most obscure ones, but you don't review like All the Queen's Men, which I'm pretty certain if you did, it would be a hit on your channel. Well, two things with that. Number one, well, I'll just give you the main reason. When I was about to do season one, when I was about to review season one, it was my first time reviewing a show where they dropped pretty much all the episodes at once. And I was extremely overwhelmed because I didn't know how to handle that. I'm like, do I need to do a review for each episode? Do I just want to do one big video? Do I have to watch all the episodes at once? See, knowing what I know now, it's like, no, you don't have to binge if you don't want to. If you want to do individual reviews, just do one or two episodes at a time. It's no big rush. But I had taken like 4 days to watch all the episodes. I had all my notes, but there were other content creators, smaller in terms of scope of the channel. And the reason I bring this up is because people were telling me, hey, Jeremy, I actually posted the review for like the first 3 episodes, or I did the episode 1 review. And they all got copyright claimed or blocked by Christian Key's company. I'm like, wait, what? So I did some research and somebody sent me tweets and screenshots saying like he didn't want people posting about the show because of spoilers and stuff. And I'm like, but when a show is or a movie is posted online, people do commentary because that's how it builds, buzz for the show. That's like free promotion. But of course, I did see the clip where he talked about how people taking clips of the episodes and posting them online and things like that. I, from a creator standpoint, I get it. But some people are saying like, bro, this is like free promotion. If nothing else, it spreads your show around. I get it. It's just that in the internet age we live in now, you think about all the big Marvel movies and everything and how quickly the studios blocks people who like record like clips from the theater and post it online. I get it. It's taking people are like, it takes money from the creators, which again, I can see that perspective. But more often than not, people getting the buzz makes them want to go see it more than just a regular trailer. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I posted my reviews like 3 weeks after the show debuted, and I said I'm not going to run the risk of wasting my time and energy watching episodes, doing my reviews, only to have a company take them down saying like, no spoilers, bump that. So I didn't review the show after the first season. But in any case, this is important because the timing just seems wow. And there's another video I need to do about BET layoffs, but a lot of people are trying to correlate Christian Key's video and the BET layoffs to the Tyler Perry lawsuit from Derek Dixon last week. And Christian Keys has been in the media since, Derek Dixon's allegations are eerily similar to the Christian Keys allegations of late 2023, where he did not confirm or deny Tyler Perry as the person he was addressing, the billionaire who made unwanted advances towards him. For those asking, that is why I never did a Christian Keys video, because he never confirmed whether or not it was Tyler Perry, and I wasn't going to spread the narrative because we didn't have the information. The Derek Dixon thing is fair game since he named Tyler Perry in the lawsuit. But when it comes to All the Queen's Men, I want to talk about the video here. And yeah, I'm not going to play the video, even though I'm pretty sure I could without consequence, but I'm not going to risk it. What I will do, I will leave a link in the comment section below where you can go. It'll either be a Twitter or Instagram link, but essentially you can just go through the link and you can see the 3-minute clip. And yeah, it's I can understand the frustration. He basically confirms that due to circumstances between, the network and Tyler Perry Studios and whatnot, he is going to continue the All the Queen's Men universe, whether it be prequel and or sequel series, on another platform. A lot of things. He's going to be doing a stage play for All the Queen's Men. That's fascinating. And there are other networks and platforms that are interested in continuing the universe. So I think that's really cool too. So from there, he mentions like the frustration of being just left in the dark in terms of release dates, trailers. It's like I have to learn from the internet. And this is something that's been ongoing for a while because I believe they're going into what, season 4, right? And he's like, yeah, I'd never get information on when the show's coming out or the trailers. I have to find out online. And as someone who usually breaks news about stuff, that is very common amongst a lot of the Tyler Perry community. By that, I mean the people that work at TPS, whether it be writers or the actors themselves, like they don't know. And that's why I always tell fans, like, just because DeVal said this date for Zatima, or just because Melissa said this date for Ruthless, or even going back to the If Loving You Is Wrong or Have and Have Not cast, they do their job by learning the lines, going to the studios, filming the episodes, and they go home. It's not up to them. And heck, if I'm not mistaken, I don't even believe it's up to Tyler Perry on the distribution of the content he creates. It's up to the network. So essentially, they don't know, because I can't tell you how many times I myself repost a trailer for Sistas or this show or that show, and I will get a DM from one of the actors like, hey, how did you know the show was coming back such and such a date? Or, hey, how did you get that photo for the Bruh season 3 promotional picture? Google. Or I just got 85 messages from people telling me. So, and these are regular people who do the research. So it is not uncommon. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people deal with the same thing, because I know of not knowing. But I think Christian Keys takes it a bit more personally because, well, he was creator of this show. This isn't owned by Tyler Perry Studios. He created the All the Queen's Men universe. What was that book called? Ladies Night, right? That was the book, because this has been like 15 years in the making, to take his book or books and turn them into these shows. Now, he's been fighting over creative license since season 2, because they took it off. Because I remember the show used to be promoted as like, what, Tyler Perry's All the Queen's Men, then it was All the Queen's Men. Christian Keys was just kind of erased from the equation. And as a result, he had to get the union involved. So, man, it's pretty messy stuff behind the scenes when it comes to this kind of thing. So, man. But it is good to know that in terms of All the Queen's Men, if you're a fan, the expanded universe will be happening, just not with, BET Plus or maybe even Viacom, maybe not even Tyler Perry Studios, but it will be done. And he mentions how there's going to be some, like different faces due to the fact that some people get, got egos, or they come to set unprofessional. Either they're high, they're doing ad-libbing too much, and things like that. So it might be some cast changes coming up soon as well. But that's what happens. But in terms of the whole Tyler Perry thing, it's interesting because this video dropped dang near a week after the Derek Dixon stuff. That's why people are trying to link it together. It's like, oh, well, I bet, because of the whole Derek Dixon thing, people are jumping ship now because of this, that, and the third. I couldn't tell you. The timing is kind of bad. It's like, dang, what's that saying? When it rains, it pours. First the lawsuit, now All the Queen's Men thing, and who knows what else is going to happen in the next week or two. But I can't sit up here and say the two things are connected. I'm just glad Christian Keys is moving forward, and regardless as to where he takes his content, at least there are interested parties. But that leads into the closing point about this video, because I did have a conversation with another fan earlier. I want to say about probably several hours ago. I can't remember the time. I took a nap. But they were like, the Tyler Perry Studio thing, it's just weird of the correlation of timing. And I bet Tyler Perry Studio screws people over. And I'm like, well, I don't know for sure, because, again, I don't know what these contracts say, and I don't know who's in the room and this, that, and the third. But I think of it this way. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that happens, where you bring an idea to Tyler Perry Studios. At first, it's your idea, but eventually, if Tyler Perry gets involved, he kind of just takes it for himself. I don't know if that's the thing, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I think about like Motown, how many musical artists from back in the day that are still with us, or even when they were alive, doing interviews and all, would talk about how the contracts are trash. But at the end of the day, how many other record labels were there out there that would cater to black artists and actually give them a shot? None. Not none, but there were few. And not to mention how many were as big as Motown. I mean, over the years, yeah, eventually had like Epic and Atlanta Records and things like Atlantic Records and stuff like that. But off the rip, hey, you either take this deal or you just work at a plant or something like that where you had to do what you had to do. And I think about, all these different streaming platforms, like how many of them with shows made by black creators last as long as a show created or made via Tyler Perry Studios. So it's one of those things where at first things seem to be going well, but eventually you got to deal with the economics of the politics of business. So it is what it is. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.